What? What?
You inspire my daughter. I'd like to see what inspires you. Hey YouTube, welcome back to We Sibs, West Coast, East Coast Siblings. If you're new to the channel, welcome. We cover your favorite movies and TV shows, and tonight we are talking about Gossip Girl. I don't remember what episode. So this week, you guys, I'm not going to give you a breakdown. I'm just going to give you my review. If you haven't seen the episode yet, I definitely recommend you watch it, especially before you start attacking me in the comments. So because I'm not breaking down the episode, like with the major bullet points, fair warning, there's going to be spoilers throughout this thing. Oh, gosh. All right, so honestly, the first thing that stands out obviously is Max's ridiculously disgusting relationship with his teacher. Oh my gosh. I don't mean to be an old lady or anything, but are you kidding me? This is pretty much pedophilia. And it was just the way it happened, what they were doing the first time or I guess the second time we see them together in the school. It's just like, why are we showing this like it's okay? I get it. I asked for drama, but this is a lot. It was just wrong. And it's pretty vomitrocious. That was enough to make me blow chunks. That was just not cute. Another thing that I couldn't stand and really made me realize that the acting in the show is not the best. The little rounds scene at the beginning where all of the girls are talking about everything that's going on and they bring up the Halloween party and everything. But up until this point, the acting has not been bad, but I mean, maybe it was just the scene or something. It was just very cringy. It was like, ooh. And then in the midst of this circle, Jay tells Z, oh my gosh, for this Halloween party, you, me, and Obi can go together as... And I'm like, wait. What? You want to go to a Halloween party with your sister and your ex-boyfriend, who is also now your sister's boyfriend, and the three of you want to go together? What is this, some kind of sick threesome? What? And we learned later on in the episode that it's only been a month, which means last week when Obi was freaking out about Zora being a completely different person than the person that he met before, he had only known her for like 2 weeks. Audrey and Aki are mad at Max because what? Max was wrong. But they act like they weren't wrong too, and they're like mad enough at him to not talk to him like he broke up their relationship. He didn't do anything. Like, I just thought that was weird. There's no reason for them to be mad at him. Okay, be mad, but also realize that none of you are in the right. So forgive, forget, and move on. And then I keep wanting to call Obi Dan because he looks so much like Dan. It's ridiculous. Anyway, after the school shooting at a different school, they're like, oh, maybe we shouldn't go to the party. It doesn't seem like the right time to celebrate. And then Obi's like, no, I still want to go. Maybe we shouldn't wear costumes. Wearing costumes the day after a school shooting is less offensive. I was like, what the heck kind of logic is that? Ugh. And then after the attempted shooting, Kate says, let's take a break from Gossip Girl. Not let's stop posting about teenagers and their lives, but let's just take a break and, let all this shooting thing die down, and then we'll come back to it. Z meets the new guy, Simon, and she's like, wow, he's so cool and deep and pondering. He's like one of my people. I'm sorry, guys. This episode was so annoying. So basically, Audrey and her mom, they're broke. They have debts. She's like, we gotta move to Connecticut. And she's like, I'm not moving to Connecticut, Martha, or whatever her mom's name is. You need to figure this out. And I was like, girl, could you imagine? Now I get it. They're rich kids. And the kids in the OG Gossip Girl were definitely obnoxious and rude to their parents and out of line. But if I talk to my mama like that, whoo! The snatching would have been real. Props to her mother because her mom was like, this isn't up for discussion. This episode, everyone was annoyingly woke. Give me a break. You're all super wealthy children, okay? Your allowance is probably more than some people's salary. Did they think that the wokeness of everything that everyone said in this episode and throughout the show would be less offensive because the cast is full of minorities and sexually fluid characters? It's still annoying because they're still playing rich kids who don't really have any problems. Oh my gosh. And then when Zoya was like, I just don't understand why Obi would want to go to a talk when he can just do something about it. Maybe he would go to the talk so he can figure out what the heck he can do about the problem. Let's tone it down, okay? I don't really want to hear it. Probably my favorite moment in the episode was learning Aki's name. It's Akena, and I think that is a beautiful name. Ugh, I'm just like, yes, whoever did that, absolutely gorgeous. Oh my gosh, so the Simon guy obviously is not Simon. He's a reporter from some newspaper, I don't even remember. He looks like a child, and I'm like, okay, maybe he's like early 20s, and that's why he can get away with looking like a high schooler. But I'm like, don't you feel a little creepy leading this 15-year-old child on and making her think that you like her? Like, ew. The teacher that Max is sleeping with, Aki confronts him and is like, listen, you're sleeping with a kid, like, you're ruining his life, you're ruining your career. And you would think, like, okay, you know, you're a teacher, you mess up, you make the mistake, you fix it. He then turns around and threatens another teenager. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So this teacher is beyond a disgusting, creepy monster. Don't get me wrong, Max is wrong too. But Max is a kid. This teacher's a grown behind man. And then, of course, later on in the episode, we learn that he has a pattern of doing this. He likes to screw around with teenagers. And I'm sorry, it's like, okay, that's a bona fide pedophile. Like, what the heck? And then when he talks to Max, he's like, I mean, yeah, I did fool around with some other guys, but like, it wasn't every year and it was all legal, just like with you. He's 17, and I'm sorry, even if he was 18, you as a teacher don't sleep with a high schooler. But I get it, I asked for drama, but like, this is drama in a bad vein, and honestly, most of the show, they were painting it in like a good light, like, ooh, what a spicy, sexy secret. Z's dad trying to slide up in Kate's DMs. First of all, two of my least favorite characters on the show. I actually can't stand looking at her dad, and Kate's voice annoys me. Kate and her stupid moral high ground of like, this kid pretty much almost shot up a school because of what we wrote. What did you think was gonna happen? You're literally adding stress and drama to an already stressful environment for teenagers, and you're like, oh, something bad happened. Oh yeah, and then the other teacher, the guy teacher who's pretty much been Kate's hype man, tells her that he likes her, and I was super taken aback because I thought he was gay. And then she says to Z's dad, writing Gossip Girl or being a teacher, it's doing something bigger than having an actual career. Creeping on teenagers is much bigger and has a much bigger impact than actually being a published writer, apparently. So for all of you out there who didn't know, you're an idiot. You should just creep on high schoolers and make a lot of money off of that, because you're making a difference that way. You guys, I'm sorry. I know today I was salty, but this was like a really not great episode. The whole thing was pretty boring, but I gotta admit, at the end, Max comes to his senses and is like, you've been doing this with other dudes? You're creepy. And it's like, he would have been creepy if he wasn't doing this with other dudes, dude. Like, alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Like this video if you like this video, comment, subscribe, and click the bell so you can be notified of all of our coverage here on WeSibs, and I will see you next week for Gossip Girl. Hopefully it'll be better and maybe less disgusting.